when shadows fall, I'll be beside you whenever you call. When worries weigh heavy and fears take flight, I'll be your strength, guiding through the night. And when the days are dark and heavy on your heart, I'll be the voice to guide you through the dim. Strong walls may crumble, but within you got the spark. Just turn the key, let light dissolve the grim. Did you think you were alone in your feelings? Strike a match, let your inner strength be seen. Welcome to All Things Serious. In the depths of your despair, where demons roam, I'll be the hand to hold. You're never alone. When storms rage fierce and winds blow strong, I'll be the shelter in your soul where you belong. Welcome to All Things Serious.
Welcome, everybody. We got Dave G in the house, my Uncle Ray, Vic Ferrari, Noel, Shoemaker. How you doing? How's everybody doing? So today's topic is going to be about Lisa's in the house. Today's topic is going to be about work and sleep. Work and sleep. Put a one in chat if you know all about working and sleeping. Working and sleeping. Michelle Johnson, how you doing? Now what I mean by working and sleeping, okay, is all you do is work and sleep. Now, in that process of work and sleep, a lot of us, so you do the opposite, you sleep and work. Kim? Or you stay at home? Just asking. Okay. Noel said, all I do is sleep. So Kim said, all I do is work. Sammy G, Low 12, Nicole. Now, so Kim, I got a question for you. So all you do is work. Do you ever take time out for yourself? Do you ever take time out for yourself? DJ Road Knox. But do you ever take time out for yourself, Kim? Now, so this is what this topic is about. There's a lot of us, and it doesn't even matter if you can have a family, okay? All right. So this is what this live's going to be talking about because it's detriment on the mental health. So when all you do is work and sleep or work and no sleep, okay? You know, sometimes we need a breather before we crack. You know how, like, if you watch So part of this live is going to be towards a male version, okay? And I'm explaining why. And I want to share this video because I can share this video. And it's a music video that I watched, okay? It's a music video that I watched, and I can share it. And I know I can share it. So, now, has anybody heard of Dax? D-A-X, Dax the rapper. He's not really a rapper. He's more of a hip hop artist. Okay. Because the song he did reminds me of a bunch of male artists, like males that I grew up around and witnessed. Okay. So, all right. All right, so I'm going to play this song real quick. And there's a story behind the song, okay? And I know I could play it. So I'm going to play it. Okay.
Yeah, oh. Yeah, she says she wants a real man. One who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad. In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad. One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets a real bag. Yeah, she says she wants a real man, but what she wants is not for real, man. Realest story ever told. Can't have a man who's making money, always home. Hard like a truck, that's why he's always on the road, providing everything you need to live the life you say you want. Can't have a man who wears his heart on a sleeve that won't rip once a while at the seams, especially if you never take the time to look into his eyes and hear him when he silently screams. Yeah, she says she wants a real man, one who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad.
We got a notice from the electric company.
In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad. One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets a real bag.
Give me 2 more days.
Yeah, she says she wants a real man, but what she wants is not for real. That Disney movie that she wanted was a dream and not reality, or something that she got.
Hey, honey,
Put that man up on a pedestal, discards him when she found out he was human.
Now, see, if you're listening to the song, so when I first started listening to this song, okay, it reminded me of, you know, how I was when I first got married. How I didn't take time for the family. All I did was work. All I did was work. This is what the song reminds me of, is you need to stop and take time.
and then he dropped. He's not perfect, but he tries to live up to her beautiful life.
It's fine. It's fine.
The man he once knew on the inside him died. Yeah, she says she wants a real man. One who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad. In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad. One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets her real bad. Yeah, she says she wants a real man, but what she wants is not for real, man. Love is patient, love is kind, can be evil and also blind. God made man, then said in life, he'll find good things when he finds his wife. So as a real man, broken and confused, struggling, not knowing what to do, he dove to the bottom of the bottle, drowned in his sorrows, and prayed one day she would rescue. By stop pointing out all his mistakes, be the place he felt safe to express the emotions. The world said he can't, he's the rock that she needs, but she hammers away at the love that he has, like she wants it to break. Despite all of the pain, twisted and changed, trying to become the whole picture she paints, till she woke up one day, said she's walking away, looked him dead in the face and then screamed. Yeah, she says she wants a real man, one who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad. In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad. One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets her real bad. Yeah, she says she wants a real man, but what she wants is not for real, man.
I love this video so much. It reminded me of the men that raised me. Because I didn't have a father growing up, but I had what they call godfathers and uncles. But they weren't blood. So, there's a lot expected out of a man, but a lot of us don't get credit for it. And sometimes we need a woman in our life to show us that, or, let us know that we're doing right. Because sometimes we feel like we're failing. I think a lot of what I went through in past relationships that fell apart is I don't think there was teamwork. Okay? When you're in a relationship, there should be teamwork. And if that man's putting in 12, 14 hours a day to keep the roof over their head and pay all the bills, just like the opposite, if the wife is working 12, 14 hours a day to pay all the bills, the significant others should be grateful and be there, be the rock, when the significant other is going through something serious, struggling with something. Be supportive. And Noel, you're welcome for me. I just came across this music video and I thought it was touching because I talk mental health quite frequently, but I don't talk about men like I'm trying to, because I'm more of, how do I explain it? I'm trapped on words right now. I'm really stuck on words. Like Sammy G said, men are overlooked. What they might be experiencing, people are rarely there for a man when he needs someone. So, all right, perfect example. My second marriage, right? I was working 12 to 14 hours a day, more like 14 hours a day. And I was driving taxi because it paid good money driving taxi. I was making anywhere from I'll just say from $200 to $300 a day. Okay. So when you're on the road driving constantly, when you get out of work, you need sleep. You need sleep because you're putting other people's lives at risk if you're tired and you're driving. It's not like you, as a cab driver, if you're always busy in moving from section of a city to another section of a city, you can pull off and take a nap during the day because that's when it's busy. So I'd put in 14 hours a day, come home and go to sleep. All the while, the wife is at home doing absolutely, well, she's taking care of our son. And I'm out working, okay? So I can't say she was absolutely doing nothing. But she also had her mom and dad there to help, okay? I come home and go to sleep because I just had a long day and I'm tired. I would wind down for a little bit, spend a little bit of time with my son, and then go to bed. And it just got too draining because she would nag at me for sleeping so much. And I'm only, I'm not sleeping 12 hours a day. I'm sleeping like getting 8 hours of sleep. And then I'm up doing the same shift over again. I'm on the road for another 14 hours a day. I'm in work before the sun comes up, and I'm home when the sun comes down. I can't do that no more. I wish I could. So, but the way she treated me, now she talked down to me instead of being there and being a rock and being like, okay, you're sacrificing all these hours every day to, keep a roof and pay bills and stuff like that. I got talked down to. I got treated like I was less than. And that's not, that's not how you treat somebody. You're working hard to take care of the family. You should get treated a lot better, in my opinion. That's the reason why I said if you work too much and you don't take time out for the family, it will cause problems. That's why I said that earlier. Work and sleep is not healthy for you. You need to take a 3-day weekend. Spend time with the family the whole 3-day weekend. But sometimes the bills get too high and you can't do it. So you got to work and sleep, work and sleep, work and sleep. So it's a double-edged sword. So, but the panel is going to be open for anybody who wants to come up. Because I did label this an open panel. So if you have a difference of opinion, you're more than welcome to come up and share it. Even if it's the same opinion, you're more than welcome to come up and share it. And I saw Sue as me. And I saw who else came in while I was playing that video? The Shady Spot, welcome in. All right, Sammy G, you gonna leave your camera on? Or do you want to turn your camera off? Okay. Just making sure. Hey, you know, you never you don't know
Oh,
these days. Keep that camera on. Keep
I'm
that
actually off, so I am so totally not camera ready.
okay.
I
So
just wanted to say hi and hey, you know what? And I discovered Dax probably more than a year ago, and I
yep.
really love his music, and it is truly spot on. And the one song he made, it just made me bawl because it was exact. It's like he was talking about my dad, you know,
Oh,
everything that my dad was, it is. Yeah.
yeah, I like Dax the rap. He used to be known as Dax the rapper. Okay, many years ago. I've been listening to Dax the rapper since he came out.
I like Dax. His music is pretty
You know,
good. It's spot on.
before he became a rapper, he was a janitor.
Cool.
Yep. If I'm correct, I could be wrong.
I don't know his history. I just know darn well that when I think it started with something political song, and then I looked into the rest of his music, and then he popped off with that "To Be a Man," what it's
Yep.
like to be a man, and that just like made me bawl like a baby
My
because it
favorite
was
song is Dear
everything about my
Alcohol.
dad. Yeah, yeah,
Dear Alcohol is my song.
yeah.
I listen to a lot of music, a lot of different music. And with Dax the rapper, you can play his music and react to it. And when I watched that video, I was like, there's a lot of men out there that are the breadwinners and they're struggling sometimes financially because they're the breadwinner. You know, and sometimes you got to make sacrifices in life.
Well, if you think about it, a lot of men, and I was born in the 60s, so I did see the majority of the men in our lives be the breadwinners and the supporter of the family financially. And a lot of them like gave and gave and gave until they took their last breath. And it wasn't until I got older and had my own family that I realized these men they're giving 200% because everything they're giving, they're still managing somehow to keep their head above water, and they don't have the support. Like they very rarely have the same kind of support most females have. Ultimately, I mean, until their wick runs out and they get sick or they're just can't do it anymore.
And then they still get looked down on when that happens.
Right.
You become disabled. You're not worthy no more. That's
And
how I see
when
it,
I
how
got
I feel.
when I got married, I was like, at first I didn't work very much. And then eventually I got to the point where I worked all the time, every chance I got. But it was that I came to the realization, I was like, when I was really young and married, I was like, well, why can't we have this? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? And I didn't realize how much he was worrying about money because I had a zero sense of responsibility back in those days. And he was the one doing all the worrying and making all the money and paying all the bills. And it was just
Yeah.
once I got to that point where I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, like it's like trying to put out a house fire, with a bucket. And I was like, oh no. So I started working But then, yeah, my dad was a workaholic too. My dad
Welcome
too.
in a dose of rose.
Yeah. And it's like, and I look at my dad now. My dad, I mean, he gave everything he had. Worked a lot, a lot. I can't remember until he got cancer. I cannot remember a time that he did not work. And he got really sick. He had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2008. And I'm glad to say he's still alive. He's doing well. And he's on disability now. And he takes care of him as far as his, we all rally up to him because he gave so much of his life to us. And nobody realized it till he got so sick. How much responsibility was on him. Yeah.
He said his dad was 21 years in the Navy. No, Noel said mine's gone to dementia.
No matter what, if they're still breathing, you can still give them love and attention because it's something that they can take with them, the memories. Even the dementia, you do what you can. And you always contribute something to their day. And it does matter. I'm sorry.
Yes. Um, you know,
Yeah, you were talking about you listen to a lot of music. And I do
yeah,
too. And I think,
music.
yeah, that's kind of what gets us through sometimes, right?
Yeah, music has saved my soul and heart many nights. Also soothes me. Yes, I got 2 dots in my house. You know, the Alexa dots, those round things you can talk into and it'll light up
Oh,
and
yeah.
tell you to play music.
Yes.
I got one in my kitchen and one in my office. And I'll sit there and say, hey, Alexa, play this type of music. Okay. You're not going to hear it acknowledge me because I changed the name. It's no longer Alexa. So, but yeah, I talked about what I wanted to talk about. Yes, I did. I talked about work and sleep, work and sleep. You know, and I want to thank everybody for being here. Dementia is scary because that person feels things slipping away, and that they knew yesterday. That is scary. You know, I'm taking my mom to the hospital to get tested for dementia. Well, Alzheimer's, to make sure she's not losing her memory. Because she's at that age.
Well, it's a good thing she has you by her side.
Yes. I wish there was a cure for it.
Now, and I'm not trying to be personal, but like, has she ever had to go through chemo or any of that stuff or radiation?
Nope.
Okay. My dad went through so much that it started giving him what they called chemo brain. And he got to where there were days where he acted like he was 12, and my mom would call and ask me, I don't know what to do. And so she got him back to the doctor and they put him on a medicine that really seemed to help clear that up quite a bit. So there is hope.
Actually, they do have a way to test for it. A dose of Rosaline, is because that's what's going on with my best friend's mother, and they actually have a medication for it. That's if you catch it soon enough. If you don't catch it soon enough, then it's too late. So, but if you don't catch it soon enough, then yeah, it's too late.
Just stay on top of it.
Because my best friend, she came up to me and told me that my mom is showing signs for it, just to get her checked out. You know, because short-term memory can eventually lead to long-term memory. You know, and the scary thing is, I don't want my mom to forget who I am. You know, that's the scary thing.
I think some of the key here is to catching things early. Makes a difference.
So, all right. Well, this is it for today's live. I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for coming up on panel, Sammy G.
Thank you for having me. You have a good evening.
Yes, I will be live 2:30 in the morning, and I will see you guys then. Always know, there's always people around if you ever need anybody. Trust me, you're not alone. Just remember that. And I want to say good night, everyone, and take it easy. And I will see you, if you're awake, at 2:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. I will see you then. With that in mind, All Things Serious is out, my friends.